Fleas?
Yes, you got fleas.
Are you filming?
Yes.
And I have fleas?
Yes.
Yes, you got
That's
fleas.
why he married me, because I have fleas. He said, I'll marry you if you have fleas. And I says, I have a whole damn circus.
Oh my God.
3 troops, a blue troop and a red troop.
And a
East
green
coast
troop.
to coast. Okay, so you want to know some memories? Give me
Yes,
that.
I want to know some memories and tell me, now why again was it that not one but both of you separately were voted wittiest in high school?
Isn't that funny? Because we really didn't hang out together in high school, did we?
Son?
You see, the thing was that he was always running with a crowd that was going, you know, in a different direction. I was running with a different crowd, but he was the man on the run.
I hung out with a little older crowd, like Bobby Matthews' age, and some of his friends.
2 years older, maybe
like
3.
Troy Davis and Glenn Davis was 1 year older, and a whole group of people.
So they could buy beer, you see, and that was a big deal.
Ah, yes.
And they would always drive me to get the beer. I could ride with them. I could drink with them, so I was okay. As long as I could drink as many beers as they could, I was in good company.
A meritorious thing it was. Okay, he was in the National Beer Drinking Honor Society and wore a nice blue badge. It had foam all over it. Okay, so that not being exactly true. Then I was with another group. Margaret, Susan, and I would hang out together, and we appreciated each other. And there was nobody who didn't love Richard. I mean, he was just so affable, and he was everybody's best friend all the time. And we all drooled when we looked at him because he was just such a sweet fella, and we loved him. I fell in love with Richard. Probably first time I really noticed him was when I was in the 9th grade. And I had probably seen him at lots of country club dances and stuff, but as he didn't like to dance, I didn't spot him on the dance floor on a regular basis. But I can remember seeing him come down the hall, and he had on a white shirt and sort of a burgundy sweater that opened up down the front. And I thought, my heart just rocked and stopped. And I didn't know what to do with it, but all of a sudden I understood what it was like to be in love with somebody. That was an unmistakable feeling for me. And the second feeling was I knew that it probably was not a reciprocal feeling on his part. And it was a singular experience for me. But I was happy to have had it and understood it. So I locked myself in with a sense of time into knowing about that, and passed him in the hall, and all that happened within a millisecond. And so
we used to get together and talk at your locker. We used to get together and talk, and in class, in homeroom.
But you never knew I wanted to jump in the locker with you, did you?
No.
If you had only asked, my remains would have been there even yet today. But anyway, one night when we were juniors in high school, right?
Yeah.
One night, the phone rang, and it was Richard, and he asked me to go to the junior prom. I thought, oh, he's noticed me after all this time. Oh, this is wonderful. You know, I was so excited. But the real reason was...
Glenda had this big purse, about this big, and I knew I had to carry a pint of liquor in for Maurice Williams, because he didn't like to play unless he could get drunk. So I promised him when I booked him that I'd sneak him a pint of liquor in. And
see, I don't understand if somebody's used to drinking a lot anyway, how a pint could make everybody
because he didn't want to carry it in.
Well, what were the rest of the band members going to do? We've never talked about this before.
I don't know about the rest of
I bet they were on Kool-Aid. Did they ask you to make them bring them some punch
no,
from the
they
floor?
just said to bring some gin.
Your mama was at the punch bowl that night. Do you remember?
No, I don't remember that.
She was at the punch bowl.
She was.
And we didn't do anything to the punch that night, did we?
No.
And I don't remember my purse. He said, "Do you have a big purse?" And here I was, you know, I would have brought anything he wanted to. If he'd have wanted me to bring a satchel of gold, I'd have done it, you know, if I could. But anyway, I brought a big purse. And then I found out I had to be his mule for gin. You know, but that's
she
okay.
She was a good mule. That's the reason we went to the ranch this summer.
That's another story. That's another story, old pack horse. Anyway, so we went and we had a good time, didn't we?
We sure did. That was some vacation. 1,000 pictures ago.
No, that's the ranch picture. We're still talking about the junior prom.
Oh, the junior prom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we had a good time.
We did. And we made out in the back seat, and
Oh,
it was
good.
fun.
Thanks for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can edit into that out if you want to.
No,
but
sorry.
nothing really happened because Murray and Susan were in the front seat.
Oh.
Slurping.
They were what slurping what?
Slurping each other.
Oh.
Did you have time to notice them too?
Yeah.
Golly, I couldn't think about anybody but you. And so I thought, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And that was just like the most wonderful night of my life. But to him, he just says, that was fun. Check it off. Keep it going. Keep it rolling along. There got to be some girls with the legs who are long. I'm going to see him walking down the street. Ask him to my car cause I'm too young to get my ass in a bar. So whatever. And anyway, we went through all the time. He was always the person. Richard was always the person that I wished I could have had his children. I wished that I could have looked at his eyes when I gave birth to his babies, and that we could have shared that glance together, that knew that we had children together, and that fathers and mothers share who love each other and who love their children. That would have probably made my life. But that it's now and it's here is wonderful.
That's right.
Absolutely fantastic.
I feel like Ashley is my daughter.
Oh, I love you too. Mhm.
Yeah, we do. We love. It's just great.
Hank said to tell you hello.
Yeah, Ashley, since you're filming this, Hank said to tell you hello.
Oh.
We could make a song out of that, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could have.
You do boop 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 boop.
Boop 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 boop.
Hank said to tell you hello, and he wishes you didn't have to go, but he called us all up, and he said take a cup and toast Ashley, and you and me, and I can, and then we will all try to.
Boop boop.
We're not going to do that, are we?
Boop boop.
Boop boop.
Boop boop.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever you say.
So about Class Clown, how were y'all voted wittiest again?
Well, Richard had this thing that he did when he was running. Was it vice president of student council or what?
Yes, I was vice president of the city council.
And Richard started, he had an idea for his own campaign. Take it away, honey.
For my own campaign?
Yeah, you decided to put up some posters and do some advertising for yourself, didn't you?
Yes.
And that would have been?
Putting a jock strap in the boys' bathroom that says support Richard Underwood for vice president, and putting a brassiere in the ladies' bathroom said keep the lumps out of the student government, and everybody thought it was funny.
Except
Mr. Crusoe.
Who was the principal.
But everybody else thought it was funny.
And see,
I reckon that's the reason I got elected.
I guess it was.
Yeah.
And I was in the girls' restroom, and we had a couple things that happened in the girls' restroom. Meanwhile, we used to smoke in the girls' restroom. You want me to tell the smoke story?
Oh, why not? We've already made out in the back, so why not?
Well, we didn't do that anymore.
I know, but you're smoking in the girls' room now.
I'm smoking in the girls' room. So we had this cinder block, the whole bathroom had cinder blocks in it in the back. It backed up to Annie Lou Williams' library. And Annie Lou did not like people who smoked. And the smoke would go in between the cinder blocks and filter out into her room of rooms, her holy of holies. And she could go, and she'd smell the smoke. So she'd come out through the library, tick, 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 and she'd go right into the girls' room. And she'd open the door and she says, "Girls, I'm coming in there. I'm coming in there. There better not be any smoking going on." And we all went, okay. So we'd push some little freshman out of the booth, and we had our own booth. It was called the John Wilkes. And we would go back in there to smoke at the end of every class and in the middle of whatever. And somebody would get a Winston going, and we'd smoke on the Winston. And then sometimes we'd have to hide when Annie Lou came in. Well, one particular day, I decided that Susan was going with Murray, so I was supporting Murray, and I did a campaign speech for Murray. And Murray, I decided that we needed, for the girls, when I heard that Richard had put up a jockstrap and a bra. Was that your bra?
It was my mother's.
It was?
Yeah. I stole hers.
You did?
I did. I did.
Did you put it back when you were finished?
I probably didn't.
It was pre-owned, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, we get, I said, he did that, then that's a great idea. Then I should do something in the girls' room. So see, we would play off each other, but we wouldn't plan anything together. So I went and made a hit by writing "Vote for Murray" with permanent magic marker on the seat of the girls' bathroom. And I said, well, every time the girls sit down, they'll have an imprinting, or they'll just know they sat on, anyway. Murray is always watching. I don't know. I didn't come up with a good thing. Anyhow. So, it was about this time. You going somewhere?
I've got to.
You have to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. Richard will be back in a moment. He has to go to the restroom. Let's take the camera.